Pandemic 2020. During this pandemic is very interesting. You will see you have to deal with the pandemic, you have to deal with your emotion, you also have to deal with people. Now, one of the things I really do not like is when somebody treat one person one way and treat another one a different way. I think what is good for the goose is good for the goat. You ever heard that saying? I mean, how is it that you could say, oh, I am here to support so and you do not support the other person when you're supposed to be a Christian? This is what I call like a hypocrite. And you know, I'm a Christian also, and I am aware, and sometimes that I could be not in the spirit, so I really pay attention to my emotion, right? So it's very interesting to look at people, what they're doing. You know, we're dealing with discrimination. It's the same thing. You treat one group one way and you treat the other group one way. And some people, they love to flow where the water is higher, where things is more nice, where they could take advantage, or you know, they could get what they need. So that's where they flow. So if the other side doesn't have something that you need, of course you're not going to support that other side. This is what I call a hypocrite. And this is where you're dealing also with discrimination. And in family, it's very interesting. You will have to deal with the same thing also. Like one person will treat one person another way and treat the other way another way. And then you know they're doing it. And then somehow you wonder, are you stupid? Can you not recognize what you're doing? It's like you're picking one group and then you're not supporting the other group, and you're supposed to be family. Oh, please. I definitely do not agree with it, especially I think when it comes to my kids. You know, do not treat them differently because they are hard worker. I mean, they've been working since they were very young, and they are very good kids. They love people. They have good heart. So even if you're a family member, you're treating my kids differently, it is not okay with me. And don't expect me, to be smiling with you and to accept it, because what you're telling me is you're probably doing the same thing in the natural world. You know how they treat one group one way and then one group another way? That's the same thing. That's the same mentality. And I don't think that is right. I think you should treat everybody equal. And you should also be aware, since you are a Christian, since you are in the Word, since you're supposed to have the Holy Spirit, at least you're supposed to have the Holy Spirit. You probably don't have the Holy Spirit. You just want to use probably the Christian, to control your environment. So some people already see, what is going on with you. Some people know what is going on with you. And then you coming and you asking other people, oh, I think something is wrong with you. It just felt interesting. There's a book called The Four Agreement. If you read that book, whatever somebody say to you, they're really talking about themselves. And I have to keep remember that book all the time, because I have to use it with people that I know, and I have to use it with family members to understand them, where they're coming from. Just because everything is so beautiful around your area, you keep living, and then you find out it's not like that all the time. And guess what? The people that you hurt on your way up, they will remember. And thank God, some of us, we forgive, and we're not going to take the same pathway as you take. Be, prejudiced, be, choosing one person, then the other, support one person, then the other. We will not do that. But thank God, because, we know it's not right, or we are wired that way. And also, that's another thing, there's a lot of things about our personality, and sometimes it is from your family member, and then you have to be aware that this is something that is from your family member. The control, it could be controlling, it could be unloving, it could be nastiness, it could be divisive. So you gotta be careful of that. If you notice that you are following the same pathway as some of your generation, it's called generation curse, and it is for you to fix that, to take care of that, and to change. And guess what? You cannot change other people. You can only change yourself.